It's round 5 of the Porsche Carrera Cup Championship Benelux. That was actually the Deutschland one. It's the Benelux, I can assure you of that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we are here ready on the grid for some racing action for you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, as actually the cars are pretty much ready here to do their one formation lap, and then they will line up and they will get going. It's going to be good. So there is your pole sitter, Vermeulen. On the front row joining him then is Dylan De Dale. And again, if you missed out what I just said a minute ago, De Dale actually is 5 points behind Huub van Eindhoven in the championship going into today's race. And well, has the opportunity to close that lead because Huub van Eindhoven is 5th on the grid. But then again, Huub started 4th yesterday and went out and won. We've then got Steven Van Rie. Yesterday, if it could have gone wrong, it went wrong. It was not much fun for him indeed. And ultimately, anything is going to be better than yesterday, so it should be a positive outlook for the rest of the race, as we've now got 2 lights to go before we do indeed have our formation lap, and then we're off into the racing action. This was a cracking race yesterday. Watch out for Sebastian Fremuth, who starts second last on the grid. He's at the car, you can just see at the back on the left-hand side there, as that is fantastic board waving. Definitely a 9 out of 10 for the board wave. But yeah, Fremuth, you can just see that on the right-hand side of your screen in that blue and yellow car. Watch out for him. Very, very quick driver. Also, watch out for Jan Larison, who is the leader of the AM Championship, but actually is currently P6 in the overall championship. The driver is an absolute beast. So I'm excited to see how well he did that. Thierry Vermeulen will start on pole position then with Dylan De Dale in second. And then it is another Dutch and Belgian partnership in the second row. Steven Van Rie and Glenn Van Parijs are in 3rd and 4th. Huub van Eindhoven and Xavier Maassen are 5th and 6th position. Ghislaine Cordiel and Jan Larison are in 7th and 8th position. John de Wilder and Floris Delaert are in 9th and 10th. Then we've got Ziad Gerris and Nicholas Salens, Andre Mukovoz and Nicholas van Dierendonk. We've got Philip Toonkens and Konstantin Zakharevsky. We've got Luc van der Viersten and Sebastian Fremuth. And then we've got Jeroen Krieft in 19th position. 19 cars here then, all battling it out. We've got 3 championships here as well. So we've got the overall championship, which everybody's in, of course. We've then got the Pro-Am championship. The Floris Delaert leads the way in right now. He starts then on the 5th row of the grid in 10th position. Nicholas Salens, his second in that championship, is actually starting. Where's Nicholas Salens on the grid? Maybe a little bit further up then. No, just in behind, actually. So just in behind. Jeroen Krieft is right at the back. Van der Viesten is near the back as well. We've got Ziad Gerris, Philip Toonkens, Andre Mukovoz. They're all there pretty much behind. And then we've got the AM Championship. So Jan Larison is the lead driver in that. He starts there in P7, or P8, shall I say? A little bit further back down the order. But yeah, Jan Larison, leader of the AM Championship, but also doing super, super well in the overall as well. So watch out for that driver. As again, nope, not a fan of being that high. That is, you better be being paid £1,000 an hour for that kind of job. That is a no from me. So there we go. Into their grid stalls, they will go. And we're about to get racing. De Dale, big opportunity here for De Dale. But also Glenn Van Parijs, who's 3rd in the championship. He is currently 14 points behind but he does start ahead of Huub van Eindhoven. So if he can finish ahead, he could potentially close the lead of the championship himself as well. P1 gets 20 points, then it's 18, 16, 14, 12 down to 5th position. Then it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 down to 50 positions. So top 15 score points. So there's points scoring for overall as well. If you're the lead AM driver, for instance, if you finish 6th in the overall race, you'll get yourself 10 points for the overall championship, but then you'll also get 20 points for being the lead AM driver in the AM championship. Right, hopefully that is all nicely explained. It's race time here for the final race of the weekend for the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, and we are off. Green light racing, Huub van Eindhoven. Does he get that dream start like he did yesterday? No, he does not. So he is quick, but he gets boxed off very quickly indeed. Vermeulen then is indeed squeezing across there to try and stop Dardel from making a move. Van Parijs is in 3rd position here. Huub van Eindhoven trying to find that little bit of a gap there to move up to 4th spot, late on the brakes through turn number 3. And he's got the inside line. Oh, no, they're off! So championship leader and Steven Van Ree are both off the circuit here. Where does Huub van Eindhoven end up? Oh, this is terrible for his championship. He's down the back of the order. So there's contact between Van Ree. Van Ree's had one of the worst weekends in memory of this championship. And Huub van Eindhoven is at the back of the grid here. This is huge. This is huge now for Dylan Dardale, for Glenn Van Parijs, for Freemuth. Even Freemuth with an opportunity here, although he is where? P12 already. So Sebastian Freemuth then's gone from P18 to P12 for the first half a lap, and he is absolutely challenging to try and get as many positions as possible. But right now then, in terms of the championship lead, Thierry Vermeulen is actually 7th on the grid as he's trying to warm the tyres up along the back straight here. And wow, the number 53 is off the circuit here as well. I don't know what's happened there, but off we go. So the number 53, we've got a safety car, by the way. Nicholas Van Dierendonk was just cutting the grass there. It's kind of we got a safety car. I'm going to moonlight, earn myself a bit of extra coin. And yes, we do have a safety car here, and Steven Van Ree is absolutely furious, and this has been a weekend to forget here in Assen, that is for certain. But again, we will be waiting for a replay here. But the big news is championship leader Huub van Eindhoven, who won at a canter yesterday, is right down the back of the order here in P18. We'll be at the back of the grid, and we'll be able to potentially score some points in this race. But his job has become a lot harder. He currently leads the championship by 5 points, but with Dardale being in 2nd spot right now, if it was to finish as it is right now, Dardale would have a 13-point advantage going into the final few races. A 13-point advantage. Incredible. And we've only got 2 more races at Hockenheim, so a 13-point advantage would be absolutely massive. And I get to commentate on that in Hockenheim as well, so I'm excited for this championship and how this plays out, that's for sure. But Huub van Eindhoven then, at the back of the grid. Was it his fault though? Again, waiting for the replay action. And Van Ree there waiting. Safety car still out on circuit then. Wow, what a crazy start. Toonkens there in the number 55 car. It's a beautiful orange. Incident. Van Dierendonk and Toonkens is under investigation as well. And wow, what a crazy start. We made it 3 corners. We made it 3 corners, ladies and gentlemen, and then all hell's broken loose. We've got a safety car. 26, nearly 27 minutes to go. But here's the replay of the race start. It's a very good start from Huub van Eindhoven. Look at him, the green car in 5th position, but he gets boxed out. There's nothing much he could do there. Steven Van Ree is on the outside now, and he's just trying to find himself an opportunity to make a move up the inside. But here we go, it's the exit speed of turn number 2. There's a little bit of a cut there through turn number 2, actually, for Huub. He finds the gap up the inside. Oh, dear. So they've... Yeah, Huub van Eindhoven's run out of room on the inside track there. And then they've just kind of stuck together. Yeah, they just stuck together. Too much momentum. And, well, Van Ree was not able to keep the car going, whereas Huub was. I think there might be even more pain for Huub van Eindhoven in this race. I think we might see a potential penalty there. And then we see Van Dierendonk and Toonkens there. So Van Dierendonk wasn't off voluntarily. Looks like he was helped off there. As the safety car is coming in, I think. Vermeulen then can go when he wants, I believe. Yeah, safety car's in. Here we go. Race time. Race time part 2 here. Thierry Vermeulen can take them away. And again, he's just faking and faking and faking. Oh, this is only going to cause incidents. And he's got away here, but it's De Dale has read this beautifully well. So De Dale then is already moving as far over to the left. He's thinking, I'm going to just open up myself, turn number 1, and make a nice run through the first few corners then. De Dale is, Van Parijs, by the way, is into P3 already. Toonkens then, and Van Dierendonck at the back there. They've already had some incidents already. And oh, there was nearly contact there. I think that's Sebastian Freimuth. Told you to watch out for him, and he decided to not back out there, and then backed out really late, meant he had to cut the corner, ultimately, otherwise all 3 of them were going to be skittled out like it was wee bowling. Oh, well, there we go. There is contact again. So Toonkens has just put Freimuth off into the gravel, and I reckon that is potentially going to be another safety car here. Safety cars breed safety cars, they say. Ultimately, I think that's going to be the case here. We need to see that again. That just didn't even look like it was real. It looked like a video game, the contact there. But Freimuth, then I said watch out for him. I don't think we're going to be watching out for him, unfortunately, in this race anymore, as we've got another safety car here then. And at some point, we might potentially get some racing action. So safety car number 2. I'm not too sure what has happened there. Such a slow part of the circuit as well. We've seen both incidents through there. But it's been turn 3 and turn 4 all weekend. Is where if there is an incident, it's happened through there. Van Eindhoven, by the way. Again, I said to watch out for Freimuth. It's such a beautiful car. Best looking car on the grid, fact. Currently, unfortunately, out of this race now. And yeah, definitely the rear left has been tagged there for sure. Oh, yeah, that's definitely on the yellow car for Toonkens for sure. Just moves over to the right. Oh, it's to avoid the car in front. Right. So Van Dierendonck's got on the brakes there, maybe a little bit too early for what Toonkens was expecting. He's then had to move out to the right to avoid it, and unfortunately tagged Freimuth and put Freimuth into the kitty litter. So we're going to see this once again. So it's a really nice move by Freimuth. Found himself some nice room. Yeah, so he's just tried to avoid him. And the wheels have touched each other and just sent him up in the air. So that's the trajectory and the projectile of what happens when the wheels touch each other. Look at that, just straight up. Oh. So it's a tough one there. Like Toonkens, I don't think he's done it intentionally, of course. He's just tried to avoid running up the rear of the car in front, and Freimuth, unfortunately, was just a little bit too close. And again, Freimuth hasn't done anything wrong. He's trying to make an overtake. I think that's just a bit of an unfortunate turn of events there. It's a bit of a racing incident more than anything. But, oh, yeah, it's catastrophic in terms of what's happened afterwards. Yellow flag straight out. Sebastian Freimuth is not going to be a happy camper. That is for sure. Oh, yeah, that is a race ender as well. Seen that a couple of times this weekend. The wheels are supposed to be cambered, but not that cambered. So Freimuth then is out of this race. And ironically, that helps Hub Van Eindhoven. So Van Eindhoven is going to have less people to overtake. How far can Hub go up the grid order? So the incident is under investigation. Both incidents we've had so far are under investigation. Safety car is in this lap. I'm not sure what putting a new wheel onto that car is going to do. I think the damage is not something you can repair with a pit stop, unfortunately. Looking at the angle of the wheel. So Toonkens is going to join Freimuth and Van Rie, I think. And that will be 3 retirements from this race. Well, we've had 2 laps of, well, I would say we've probably had 3/4 of a lap of racing so far. Maybe not even that. Half a lap's racing so far in a 10-minute spell. Are we going to see a couple of laps here? Last time out, it wasn't the best restart, actually, from Vermeulen. He's going earlier this time. And I'll tell you what, De Dale has read that again. De Dale has read that really, really well. He's underneath that rear wing. He is very, very close indeed. Twice now, Thierry Vermeulen's had a terrible start, really, under the restart, considering it's all up to him when he goes. And in the background then, you've got Glenn Van Parijs, who's closing in. Xavier Marson, very close as well. Larison, P5. Again, watch out for Larison. This guy's got some serious talent. Leader of the AM Championship, but definitely one of the quicker drivers on the grid. Huub van Eindhoven, where's he moved up to now? P13 still. And, well, I said that might... Oh, Huub van Eindhoven making a move up the inside then. Gets the job done on Andre Mukavos. Moves up to P11, I think, actually. Salens has been overtaken earlier as well. And job is a good one. Thierry Vermeulen now able to drive away ever so slightly. And this is actually huge for Vermeulen as well, because he's not really in the championship hunt, if that makes sense. Like, he is, but he isn't. Like, he's on 75 points. So actually, no, he's not. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter where he finishes here. He's going to be aggressive in his racing. He's going to just try and get the victory at all costs. So he's not going to be worried about anyone else around him. So Dede and Van Parijs have got to be very, very clever. Because Van Parijs is, again, he is 14 points off of the lead of the championship. So finishing ahead of Van Eindhoven by a couple of positions here is going to be massive in terms of how the championship's going to work out. I'll try and do some maths, guys. I will try and do all the maths possible for you all so we can figure out exactly what's going on. So that's going to be my job. I'm going to try and do the mathematics so you know exactly how this championship ends at the end of this race. I'm as excited to know what's going to be happening as much as you. So down the end of lap number 6, we've only really had one lap's racing, really. And it is Vermeulen who leads, Dede second. And the race is kind of into single file at this stage. The only one making any moves, really, is Van Eindhoven, who is currently in P10. So he's up to P10 right now, so he is gaining 6 points now. So 6 points. So as it stands, Huub van Eindhoven is going to leave this weekend with 168 points. Dede is going to leave this weekend on 175? Yeah, 175. So he will be 7 points clear of Van Eindhoven. And then we've got Van Parijs. So Van Parijs is on 148 points right now. He would get himself 14. So he'd move on to 162. So he'll be third in the championship. So Van Eindhoven and Dylan Dede would switch positions as it stands. But Van Eindhoven is charging through the pack. He's now 9th position. So already he's gaining 1 more point than what I've already said. So he is climbing through the pack here. And what a drive this could be then for Huub van Eindhoven. Obviously, it's still under investigation as to what happened at the start of this race. So is car number 20 and number 11. They're under investigation. Looks like there may have been some shenanigans there as well. As Nicholas Salens comes back out the pits. Job is a good one. I think he might be given a meatball flag. There's a bit of car hanging off. Obviously, that's a danger to everybody else on circuit. So he's been told to come in, get rid of it. Job's good. Through the final chicane we come then. Huub van Eindhoven in behind De Wilder, gets a very good exit through that chicane. He can actually see the leader. He can actually see the leaders here. Huub van Eindhoven is a very special talent. How special is he? Well, we'll find out by the end of this race. He's up to P8 now. So now he's going to be gaining 8 points. So now he's actually going to be 5 points behind Dede. So Dylan Dede is going to be 5 points clear as it stands. And how many points does he need? If he gets up to 5th position, they will be tied. So if Dede was to finish in 2nd and Van Eindhoven got up into 5th position, they would be tied in this championship going into the final 2 races. I don't write the script here, but there is certainly a script that everyone's sticking to, isn't there? Vermeulen leading now by 0.8 of a second in a good spot. So we're aboard then with the number 2 car, which is Lane Cordell. And he's just dropped, oh no, he's just in behind Larison, isn't he? So those two fighting for position. ultimately is going to help Huub van Eindhoven, who is already up into P7. So yeah, P7 now for Huub van Eindhoven. So now that means that the championship lead would be 4 points for De Dale. So De Dale would be leading the championship next time out by 4 points if they are to finish where they are right now. Huub van Eindhoven with 15 minutes to go in this race. I don't know how far he can get up the order here. How fast is he? Oh dear, there's the bollard. Oh, rest in peace, bollard number 6. Ah. Your fathers before you will be waiting for you. That is bollard number 6 of the weekend. Rest in peace. Or rest in pieces. Huub van Eindhoven already then, after getting past Dullard, massively in ahead. Oh, we've got Van Dierendonck there with the windscreen wipers on. Does that mean there's a sprinkling of weather here? I'm not sure there is. He's got a sprinkling of car hanging off the front left wheel arch. And you can see there, Huub van Eindhoven in that bright green car is chasing everybody down. He's got no damage to the car. Okay, I'm watching a slow-mo here. Oh, something's leaking there, isn't there? Yeah, something is leaking out of the engine. I'm not sure we're going to see that car finish this race. Never good to see fluid popping out of a car. So how many positions could Eindhoven gain here? Again, gains 2 more spots, and it is a tie in the championship going into Hockenheim. The one driver that doesn't care about this is Vermeulen. He's good, like, off into the distance. You know, every race win is, yeah. So we're on board then with the number 53 still, and yeah, looks like there's no liquid leaking out the car, but that could be a bad thing because all of the liquid could have gone already. So Van Dierendonck maybe going to be dropping back here as Andre Mukovos is catching up. Yeah, I think Van Dierendonck might be in trouble here. Might be in some serious trouble. So Mukovos, I think, is going to get a bit of a freebie here. Actually, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Don't think it's going to be too long, though. Vermeulen still leading the race then. We've got De Dale in 2nd spot. Eindhoven 3 seconds behind Ghislain Cordeil. I think this might be now where it becomes a little bit more difficult for Eindhoven to catch up now. So those 2 drivers have got some serious pace. So we'll see as they cross the line. They might start battling, though. That could be the saving grace here for Eindhoven. And the gap is, if anything, going up. So Larison, of course, we know how quick he is. And Ghislain Cordeil had a pretty bad day yesterday, but showed glimpses of some serious pace. So they will not want to see that big, bright green Porsche in their rearview mirrors, that's for sure. As Larison, again, taking a nice wide line there, opening up the corner so we can get on the power. They're all in exactly the same car here, so there's no difference in terms of straight line speed and whatnot. But yeah, this is the saving grace here for Huub van Eindhoven. Flashing of lights there again. Ghislain Cordeil just letting Larison know that he's there. Just saying hello in his Porsche Cup way. The gap now is coming down though, isn't it? Yeah, for sure. Huub van Eindhoven is starting to close in. This is the last thing they want. Legitimately, if Huub van Eindhoven overtakes these 2 drivers in the last 10 minutes of this race, it would be a tie in the championship. I'm pretty sure it would be a tie in the championship. Crazy. Oh, big lock up there from Van Dierendonck. And oh dear. Luckily, there's a bit of a runoff there to work with. Definitely gaining an advantage. Again, so much liquid coming out the front right of that car. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Eindhoven's caught up by 0.3 of a second to the battle for P5. Van der Feesten in behind Zakharevsky. Zakharevsky with a very nice colourful livery. Oh, and there we go. I thought it was going to be over at some point. Van Dierendonk obviously went past the pit lane, or pit entrance. Oh, that's a smoking car. Oh, that's just the brakes. That's just the brakes. It's all good. But I'm wondering if, I'm not sure, I don't think that will cause a safety car. Maybe it will, I don't know. But that is going to be the 4th retirement of the day. So there we go. Van Dierendonk is going to be wheeled backwards here. Everyone clubbing together here, trying to help, which is good. That means we're not going to have a safety car, which is all good. So there's some damage there to Andrei Mukovoz's car. We've seen that fall off a few times, the front splitter. And, well, there we go. It has already fallen off. It's gone. Oh, no, there it is. Still there. It's just a little bit skew if under the car. We've seen that fall off of cars all weekend. Seen about 3 different front splitters fall off. Back up to the leaders then. And it is indeed still Vermeulen with 8 minutes to go. This race has absolutely flown by. Okay, the original few minutes were a bit interesting in terms of course, we had 2 safety cars, but yeah, it's flown by right through the middle part. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go. And yeah, then there's a group of 3 cars all battling for that podium spot. And then it's Larison and Cordeal, who are 2.1 seconds ahead of Van Eindhoven. Huub van Eindhoven is, well, he's very close now behind, isn't he? It's not 2.1 seconds now for sure. It's 1.5. I think it's going to be even less now. So Huub van Eindhoven is now 1.2 seconds behind Cordeal and Larison. So big opportunity now here. So any position he gains now is golden. If he can get up to P6, he will be 2 points behind the championship leader, which will be Derdale. Derdale is going to take the championship lead, I think, today, unless Huub van Eindhoven can get 2 positions. If he gets 2 positions in the last 6 minutes, 40 seconds, it's going to be tied going into Hockenheim. Incredible stuff. So flashing of lights there up ahead. It's like you're a bit too far back now, Cordeal, to put him off, I think. Right, you've got to be more worried about Huub van Eindhoven at this stage. Can he potentially grab a couple of spots here? Please don't take my mathematics as gospel, ladies and gentlemen. I could be well wrong, but by my maths, I think I'm going to be correct here in the fact that if Huub van Eindhoven, I think I've just been told in my ear I'm correct, by the way, which is always good. But yeah, I think if Huub van Eindhoven gets 2 positions right now, he is going to be tied at the top of the championship. Oh man, he would have not have thought that was happening at the start of this race, that's for sure. Actually, it looks like the front right of his split is coming off as well. Yes, it is. He's now flashing the lights as well just to say hello. Everybody's saying hello to each other. What a friendly championship. And towards the final chicane they come. Larison has got a nice bit of gap to work with here. Mukovoz has got a black and white flag. Another warning. Again, if you... Oh, big spin. Cordeal. On the power too early. And he's just given Hoob van Eindhoven a position there for free. He gets the car going once again, and Hoob, well, that was almost gift wrap for him there, wasn't it? And now all of a sudden, if they finish as they do, remember, Glenn Van Parijs could still get the overtake done on Dale here, and Hoob could lead the championship if he gets one more position. But now he's have to chase the, well, there you go. You can see at the front there, it is super, super close. Van der Feesten then has got himself a black and white flag. He joins the cool club for the weekend. If you don't get a black and white flag, are you really a racing driver here at Assen this weekend? I beg to differ that you are. Everybody's been given one of those this weekend at some point. Kreeft is the back marker now, which gets out the way of Vermeulen and actually stays out of the way of everybody else. They've all got the inside of that cambered corner. Good stuff there from them. And actually, Dale may have gained a couple of car lengths there. Nothing major. Xavier Marcin's still looking to try and get onto that podium. And here we go. So just, on going into the corner too quickly, really, relying on the car's weight transfer to rotate it, and these cars are just so quick to snap on you. And unfortunately, Hoob van Eindhoven has been given an absolute freebie there. Exciting times for Hoob, not so much for Cordial. So again, Hoob was probably thinking at this point, oh, how am I going to get the overtake? Oh, okay, cool, no worries. I'll do it like that then, shall I? He's probably just trying to plan where he's going to get the job done. And then instantly planning on moving forward once again towards P5. Oh, and that is not ideal there for Zakharevsky in the number 20. It's one way of getting your car on camera, though. What a beautiful livery that is. I'm not a fan of the grey, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a fan of the grey. I think that the colours in the middle, that could have been a nice purple instead. Something like that. But then again, I'm no artist. There's hazard lights. Zakharevsky gets going once again. So here we go. This is the battle for what is P2 in the race. And effectively, this could really have a huge say in the championship standings. If Van Parijs can get ahead here of Dale, he would not lead the championship, but he would just close the gap on both drivers. Because currently, as it stands, he is 14 points behind Hoob van Eindhoven in the lead of this championship. So if he can finish ahead of Dale, that means that he would close the lead on both of them. So it'd be a great end to the weekend for him for sure. So he will be pushing. He will absolutely be pushing here. No reason not to be. Vermeulen, though, loving life here with 2 minutes 30 seconds to go. What's the gap then between Larison and Eindhoven? Oh, it's half a second. That is close. So Eindhoven will be looking to get one more position here, and it will be tied up for the end of the season. For the final two races, Porsche Cup Benelux, the gift that keeps on giving, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I get the honor of commentating the final two rounds as well at the Hockenheim ring. So here we go then. This is the battle. This is for top 5. So right now, Hoob van Eindhoven leads the championship by 5 points. He's on 162 points. Dylan Dale is second with 157. There's 5 points between them. And as it stands, there's going to be... Oh, okay, so Larison just runs wide. So Larison runs wide there, and I think he's probably thinking he's got bigger fish to fry here in terms of he's not in the championship hunt, but he just doesn't want to get involved and potentially lose the big 20 points for the AM Championship. Very clever driving well ahead of his years for sure. Didn't look like there was a mistake. I think it was definitely you go, I'm fighting for the AM Championship. You go off and chase down the lads in the front there. So fair play, but now that ties it up. That actually ties the championship up here. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So it will still be Dale that leads by 1 point, but it's only 1 point. So basically it's as close as it possibly could be. So Dale, as it stands, would be leading by 1 point. He's gaining 6 more in this race. What a recovery drive, though, from Van Eindhoven. On board then with Xavier Marcin, who will be looking to get onto the podium here. So Glenn Van Parijs looking to move forward in this race, but yeah, he can't really because he's got to defend from Marcin in behind him. As we head up then towards the final lap of this race. And it's been full of incident, it has been full of action, and I've had an absolute blast here. And also, rest in peace, cone number 6 for the weekend. Bollard 6, gone. not to be forgotten. I'm sure there's going to be a 7th and an 8th that's going to be destroyed at some point this weekend. There's still 2 more races to go of the weekend. So as we run around the first sector once again, Vermeulen in great shape. And just as you think we couldn't get any more action, we get a nice colour fade on the screen as well. Beautiful. Along the back straight we will come. Vermeulen in a great spot right now. Doesn't really need to be too worried. I think the gaps behind him are relatively far enough for them all to be pretty comfortable with taking home their respective positions. But again, make a mistake and you're going to lose out, that's for sure. And Xavier Martin, who's not on the podium as it stands, he will take more chances than the 2 in front of him. But Glenn Van Parijs, if he can get ahead of De Dale here, he could close the championship lead on both the lead drivers. Big opportunity. Vermeulen, though, has not looked back today. What a drive it's been from him. Absolutely stunning drive from Thierry Vermeulen. As he comes up towards the fastest part of the circuit. Merely a couple of corners to go then. And as we come up towards the final chicane, Thierry Vermeulen is going to get the job done. He's got gold all over his car, and while he's going to get the gold position in this race, congratulations to Thierry Vermeulen. He will pick up P1 in the number 69, and then in second position, it will indeed be De Dale. In third, it will be Glenn Van Parijs, and then it will be Xavier Martin, who finishes in 4th position. Huub van Eindhoven, with a hell of a recovery, will finish in 5th position, and by my maths, that means there's going to be a 1-point swing or a 1-point advantage for Dylan De Dale. So Dylan De Dale is going to lead this championship going into the final 2 races by 1 point. Absolutely stunning stuff here as we watch them all come through in formation effectively here. They're running side by side more on the outlap here, or the in-lap should I say, than they did in the race. Vermeulen forced that though by just running out in front so well. No mistakes made in this race. Great recovery drive from Huub van Eindhoven. Big shout out to Larison, of course, leader of the AM Championship, but mixing it with the fastest drivers in this championship as well every single week. Star in the making for sure. As we get another slow-mo here of Vermeulen picking up the victory. Flashing the lights, very happy indeed. Every reason to be as well. Team seem pretty happy as well. Lots of hugging. Seems like a very happy driver. So Team GP Elite will be very happy with their driver and performance, picking up the dub. As it's really sunny here now. It's been pretty overcast for most of the day, but it's nice and sunny here, so track temperature will probably be at its warmest. Still got 2 races to come this afternoon. So they have it. Glenn Van Parijs will finish in 3rd position, but will close the lead on Huub van Eindhoven. He started the day 14 points behind, but he will have closed the lead then by 4 points. So he'll be 10 points behind, or 11 points behind the actual eventual leader, but he again is in the hunt. De Dale has now taken the lead of the championship, we think, by 1 point. He was 5 points behind today, but he gained 6 on Huub van Eindhoven, so he will take the lead of the championship moving into the final 2 races. Thierry Vermeulen, not really in the championship hunt, but goes out and gets the victory nonetheless. We move to Hockenheim for the final 2 races of the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, and there's 1 point in it for the championship spoils.
Oh!
Maar het heeft gewerkt.
Oh, stop.
En een mooie wedstrijd, jongens. Dat is
Oh.
dat het werkt.
Super gaaf. Dat is heerlijk om te kijken.
Oh.
Je kunt vertellen.
Kijk, weg, man. Oh. Wat je bang is.
Nee, ik denk
Ceremony of Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, and we start with the overall podium. Glenn van Paris on P3, congratulations! From Belgium, as the second place driver, congratulations for number 99, Dylan Derdale. Number 69 for the first time on the top step of the podium. Congratulations, Thierry Vermeulen, our winner. That happens when you're managed by Jos the Boss. And here is the anthem for the winner, the Dutch one. Congratulations, Thierry Vermeulen, Dylan Derdale, and Sven van Paris. And guys, please take your trophies, get together for our photo to remember. Everyone seems to be quite happy, so now it's time for champagne. When you know the Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, you know there's more than one podium, and after the overall, we prepare the podium